Because that's where he brought me from. He brought me from a bed, laying down. I had to add a room onto my house because they said I'd never get out that bed. They told me I'd never move again. They said I'd never walk again. They said I have a wheelchair sitting in my barn. That it was possible for a child to do for their mother. They did it for me. And I just want y'all to know that I'm thankful for restoration.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. Somebody say, I owe God a praise.
Glory to God. How many owe him a praise on today? Come on and let's give God some glory because we owe him a praise. Let's praise him for the testimonies that come forth. Hallelujah, Jesus. Oh God, we praise you. We praise you, Lord. You are worthy of the glory. God, we give you God. We give you the praise. We owe God a praise in this house today. I said we owe God a praise. We owe God a praise. Hallelujah. We owe him a praise. Yeah. Hallelujah, Jesus. See, I don't know about you. And I owe God a praise in this house. So I owe God a praise in this house. back up to do one song. And after this song, we're going to bring forth your pastor. I said, how are you, Pastor? Pastor Gary L. Corden Jr. He's going to bring forth the word on today. Glory to God. We're going to turn it over to the choir. Hallelujah. One more Shabbat. Oh God, you hallelujah. Yeah. You're good, oh God. Oh God, you're good. Thank you, Jesus.
know what God you serve. You think it's something so good that you've done, but no. Despite of what you've been through, despite change. And today, if you're breathing, you got another chance to get it right with him. And if you find yourself outside of the ark of safety, I encourage you on today, if God has given you breath and you want to join the winning team, make a conscious choice on the day to give your life to God. I know when I was out there in the world, I messed it up so many times trying to get it right. But it wasn't until I said, God, I don't know what to do with my life. See, I don't want it to have to get to the same place it got for me, for you. I don't want it to get to the place where you don't know where you're going to eat. And it wasn't because I couldn't go, it was about so bad. But sometimes, one day I had to come to myself while I was in my hog pen. Now, I don't want you to have a hog pen experience. But if God has to take you there, believe me, he will. But when I was having my hog pen experience, the Lord said, hey, I've been here all along. So I had to make up in my mind that says, hey, God, I messed up my life. I tried so many times to do it my way. I put my confidence in women. I put my confidence in drugs. I put my confidence in alcohol. But still, look where all his grace and his mercy. Because so many people don't have that testimony. You may be seated in the house. You may be seated. But so many don't have that testimony today. That God should have a chance. Amen. Think about that. Amen. And I'm not going to be before you long. I promise I'm going to take 2 hours at the most. Take a hand on today. Yo, give these mothers a hand. Man, I'm trying to tell you, if it wasn't for some of these mothers, I promise you, none of us would be here. None of us will be here. Thank God for these mothers on the day, man. Thank God for getting, like, well, how would you like the old folks say, like a T.I. Hills? Don't go to her. She gonna tell you the truth. She gonna, hey, look. I learned that one. Because I remember she prayed one day that says, Lord, whatever plans he got, I hope all of them fall through God. Father, right now, I hope everything that he think that he's going to go out there and do. I hope he drink and he don't even get drunk. Prove this woman wrong today. But guess who gave up getting food that day? Amen. But I truly thank God for her. Amen. Because she had a very strong part in me being here where I am. Because I know she done told me plenty of times I woke her up in the middle of the night. She had to fall down on her knees. She got the nickname the sweetest chocolate on the side. But I'm gonna tell you what, she got that for a reason. She's one of them ones that's gonna sweetly love you. But then at the same time, she know how to throw a jab in there too with that sweet. She's gonna be sweet to numb the pain. You know that sweetness. Just know she gonna be sweet. But that's just the anesthesia. It's gonna numb you, and then she's gonna cut you. I love you too, Mom. And then to each and every one of the mothers in the place, I'm pretty sure I got a testimony I can tell about each and every one of you in here on today. And right now, and I would be so remiss, and I would have to sleep in the car if I didn't. If I didn't talk about this lovely woman right here. My very own wife, Lady Valentine, man. She is an awesome woman of God, I'm going to tell you. He cuts up every now and again. Every day. And I thank God for each and every one of you. But I'm going to tell you what, you can't tell it. And I know because there's so many people that can come up and say, she has been a mother. Gave you any problem? Well, I thank God for each and every one of you mothers in the place. To all the mothers, the older generation, because they can tell you something. Amen. Amen. Now, her life for her child. And so Jesus showed empathy. All right? He showed empathy. Now, empathy and sympathy are two totally mine. And this one here is one of my problems because I'm a very empathetic person. If you do something, I want to know why you did it. I try to get into your head and get into your shoes and try to figure out what was it that was in your mind that made you act like that. So I can hear right now the conversation in heaven when Jesus looked at his father. His father said, "Look, I'm tired of these folk. They're not doing right." But Jesus said, "Look, Father, let me go down. Prepare me about it. Prepare me about it. Let me go down there. I know we're up here and we're looking down and we see it, but Lord, prepare me about it. Send me down there to earth. Put me in their shoes so I can walk like they walk. So I can feel like, you know what? Now it's time for you to go down there." So he prepared his body and he was born just like a baby. And yet he didn't sin. He needed to know what it was like. So that now he sits on the throne. But Jesus looks at the Father and said, "No, Father, it's not like that. Remember, I was hungry one time too. I know that them hunger pains will make you say some stuff. I know what it feels like for somebody to talk about me. I know what it feels like for somebody to call me a liar. I know what it feels like to be scandalized. I know what it feels like to be beat. I know what it feels like to be just down, and I know what it does. That's what he did." Amen. So as we look at how Jesus loved, because it seems like this generation that's coming up, nobody understands. And the older saints are getting so frustrated with these younger ones and with the younger people in the world that there's such a gap there that it's hard for the young ones to understand the old ones, because the young ones, because I remember when I was growing up, it was enough for you to say don't do it. And that was enough for me. And if I fixed my mouth like I was going to ask why, I ought to duck at the same time. But the younger ones now, they want to know why. I get what you're saying, but I don't understand why you're telling me that. You mean to tell me he don't love me like that? So you mean to tell me that you want to know why? And it's so hard for us as a church to understand the millennial generation. Now I'm gonna tell you what, that is a word that's tossed out there to lump the in 2001 and the ones who are becoming adults now. That's the millennial generation. And a lot of times we look at the Generation Z half of the millennials, and those are the ones that give us the problems. Because they've grown up with instant everything. All right? And we're looking at a generation now that is probably the most fragile generation that we've ever seen in our whole entire life. Amen. And it was almost like a perfect storm. The Bible predicted it so well, and we didn't see it coming. The Bible said that there was going to be a generation that was going to rise up that was going to be weaker and wiser. They said that there was going to be a generation that wasn't going to care what their parents thought. They were going to be unruly. They were going to love themselves. And the devil was preparing it, and we were the ones that were producing this generation that we now look back and say, I don't understand you, but we're the ones who did it. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you an idea. Every generation, the first baby boomers, the baby boomers produced Generation X. All right? Because while one generation is growing up, the next generation is maturing. All right. So then comes Generation X, who's responsible for Generation Z. All right. So now we look at these, the ones that we're the parents of the ones that are coming up now, the ones that are maturing, and we're the ones who created the perfect storm. Our parenting failed them. You might not want to hear this, but our parenting failed them. We told them that you're special. We told them that just because you participated in the football game, at the end, everybody gets a trophy, regardless of whether you win or lose. And then we're the ones that told them that a participation trophy is just as good as the first place trophy because, baby, at least you participate. When the science tells us that the first person, the one that won the first place trophy, doesn't appreciate it as much because why do I have to work so hard when they're gonna give a trophy to the one that came in last? That's right. I was a chubby kid. I was a fat kid, right? I weigh right now what I weighed when I was in the ninth grade. Just imagine me shrunk down this way some more. Now, if I get out there and run the 100-yard dash with a bunch of fit kids that run and practice all their life, that they get out there and they run, and me with my 200-pound self, 5'5", 200 pounds, get out there trying to run with these boys, and you gonna tell me I'm gonna get a trophy for coming in dead last, and all I do is sit home and eat Twinkies and play video games all day? You mean to tell me I deserve a trophy? Next to these guys who get out there every day and they practice and they run and they do and they out there, they're living, they're in the hot sun every day playing basketball, they're in the gym, and you mean to tell me that because my mama say I'm special and I deserve a trophy too, I get your fat and then I come home with my participation trophy and your mama said, that's good, baby, but everybody else looking at participation trophy and say, you didn't deserve that. Now, we created that generation. We created the generation that goes out there and expect just because I tried and didn't master it, I deserve something anyway. But then they get into the workplace, they get out there into the world, and the world chews them alive. If you don't meet your daily quota for however long your company says, you don't get a participation medal. No, you don't. You get a non-participatory pink slip. That's right. Because you are now, don't get me wrong, baby. Each and every one of you is special because God made you unique. But then you need to find out what God has purposed you to do, and you need to walk in it and cultivate what God has given you. Nothing in life comes just because you want it. Tell me, baby, I'm sorry. They lied to you. And this is the generation that we're dealing with. We're in an Instagram, Snapchat generation. You can look at somebody's Instagram stories right now and you'll think that they're on the top of the world. But if you begin to erase and peel back every layer of the filters, if you begin, and you'll realize that it is nothing special about them. Everybody thinks everybody else has got it going on. So when I look at you and I see you